Morning everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Now like a bit of morning sunshine to brush off the old away day cobwebs. Tell you what, we'll take a walk this way. Sun behind us, not ideal, but this is the route we are taking. Hopefully it'll be a quiet one and I'm not too ranty around some dog walkers on this fine Sunday morning. Not a cloud in the sky yet, beautiful stuff. Tell you what, what a day yesterday was. What a day yesterday was. It was unreal to be back at an away day with the boys. The crack was immense, the drink was flowing and the football was back. It was absolutely class. Really enjoyed the time down there in Hull. Early start on the train at like 8 AM, 8:30. And it was nice that it was a nice close one, a nice close game to kick-start pre-season. And I thought we did really well. Let's we'll recap the game before we get into today's headlines, and there's a few other things to talk about as well. What Eddie Howe said that I want to focus on in that post-match press conference, and with the game itself, you know, obviously a few of the big boys were missing. No Gordon, no Trippier, getting that soon. No Bruno, no Shaw, no Almiron. So quite a few players were still missing there, but the start lineup itself was pretty decent. Now we had Joe Linton, Isaac, Tino Livramento, Dan Boone was captain, Nick Pope was back. That was great to see. Did a solid performance for me. I thought, you know, it was typical pre-season. We're a bit slow to start. Howe said that as well. You know, he thought Hull started the game well and they set up differently, tactically. It's good to pit yourselves against teams like this because obviously we're a championship team, but you're going to see some teams playing that style against us next season again. So it was a good idea. We did well. We got that first goal. We were in control. I thought Hull were really poor, mind. I expected a bit more from Hull. I really did. I thought in front of the fans, all 7 of them, they would actually put in a bit more effort and try and score a goal. I feel sorry for Hull, to be fair. Yeah, I was saying yesterday, the atmosphere, the fans, there wasn't any of them there. I couldn't believe it. They may as well give us 2 or 3 of the stands. We would have filled the place out. Hull fans would go crack after the game, to be honest. You know, we had some banter with them on the way back to the station. They prefer the rugby, don't they, those Tigers? But yeah, they were poor. And we were good. We were decent. I thought Lewis Hall was outstanding. He was unbelievable. He's playing more like an inverted fullback, dropping into midfield a lot of the time. Is Jamal Lewis, right? Jamal Lewis still exists somehow. All had a really good game. I thought a couple of the youngsters off the bench impressed. You know, Sanusi was dangerous. A few of them had a bit of pace and were causing Hull problems. And you can see now this is during pre-season, it's a chance for these youngsters to impress. So they're obviously going to be a bit more energetic. They're obviously going to try and get on the ball more. They're gonna try and make their claim, you know, state their aim of breaking into the team, and they were fairly decent. So that was a nice little highlight. Isaac's finish at the front post was typical Isaac, and Jacob Murphy is the one we want to talk about right now, because Murphy is such an underrated player, you know. I've been saying it for ages on the channel. I really like Jacob Murphy. A goal and an assist yesterday. The goal was hilarious. He just stands there, gives it the celebration afterwards, but it's obviously a cross into the box. And it beats everyone. It somehow trickles through the defender and the keeper's legs. Takes an eternity to go in. It's like slow motion, but it finds the back of the net, and we'll take it all day long. And Murphy will take that. You know, I think he's a quality squad player. Gives it his all, being a Toon fan. So I really like him. Now then, onto the main topic at hand, and that is Trippier posting this story on his Instagram out there in Dubai. Obviously we had the video the other day where he was spotted at the airport. I was saying he would be on his way to Saudi, or a connecting flight to Saudi. I was leaning towards that more than people who were saying it was for a family holiday and stuff like that. Even Eddie Howe, before he posted this, right, said in the press conference, oh, he's been given an extended break, he's on holiday. And I suppose he is on holiday, he is in Dubai, but he's also holding transfer meetings, by the looks of it, in Dubai. Well, again, we can't exactly say he's holding transfer meetings, but he is holding meetings that have went well, in his own words, with Al-Ettifaq, the Saudi Arabian pro club, who are managed by Steven Gerrard. He's held meetings with them. Their chief of scout is in that, tagged in that story, tagging the scout of the club in the story. It's absolutely mental. I don't get why he's done that. I don't get why he's done that at all. He's just dropped himself in it. It's like he wanted to do, though, isn't it? Trippier. It's like he wanted to be seen doing this. And it's really sparked outrage online. People are kicking off. People are saying, why has he done that? What's the point? Oh, he's rubbing it in our faces type of thing. He's taking the piss. Why is he being so blatant and boasting about it? Because if you were just having a meeting with your mate, or a few drinks in a restaurant or whatever, which he's obviously done as well, probably too many, I think, Kieran, yeah? I used to live in Dubai. It must have been happy hour for him there, and he's got carried away. Because there's just no sense in posting that picture, tagging the Al-Ettifaq scouting and saying great meeting. There's just no need for that. You could have just posted a picture of him at dinner and not mention anything about that, but to say it was a great meeting, it's a strange one, that one, Kieran. It is a strange one. Like I said, people are saying, oh, this is bang out of order. There's no need for it. Why is he doing this? He's had a nightmare, but he just doesn't care. We had the thing the other day, like, oh, what you doing? Is he going on holiday instead of going to Japan? People are saying he's on a family holiday. He's not on a family holiday. He went by himself and he's out there by himself, or he was, until he met up with the Saudi team. To be fair, listen, it could just be his mate, but why is he meeting? Why is he meeting? Like I say, you could just post a picture of your mate, and without putting the word meeting and stuff, and even tagging them, and people might not have clicked onto it. So I find it bizarre. I find it a very strange thing to do. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make him look good. And how things are turning a bit sour. Because you've got to think, you know, recently you've had people saying, oh, you know, it's time for him to go. We've got Tino there. His form has dropped. He's having a nightmare. Off the field, personal issues. On the field, all sorts. And he's going ahead and posting things like this. Doesn't make the situation any better. Doesn't make him come out in a great light, to be honest with you. I just find it distasteful, a bit disrespectful and unnecessary, because you've got Eddie Howe saying, oh, he's on holiday, we'll give him an extended break after playing in the Euros, which is fair. Lots of other clubs are doing it with their players. We're doing it with Anthony Gordon as well. But you don't go then tag other clubs that you're linked with, very heavily linked with, Steven Gerrard's Ettifaq out there in Saudi, and you're having a meeting with them in Dubai on your holiday. However, that's an absolute mistake, surely, isn't it? It's just a blunder, but it's a purposeful blunder. He hasn't went and tried and hit it. He's been very, very open to stupidly about it, to be honest with you, tagging them in it and everything else. Bonkers by Trippier, that one. And like I said, fans are like, oh, get him out, time to go, taking the piss out of the club, all of that. Like I say, it could just be like a simple thing, but you know, just a meet up with a pal, but it's not, because you don't. When I go to the pub with my mates, or I go out for a meal with my mates, I don't even say, oh, great meeting that. What are you meeting about? Your meeting is with a scout from the club that you link with, so it's pretty obvious what the meeting's about and what's going on. You know what I mean? It's just mental, man. Absolutely mental. Let's take a seat on this bench here. Actually, not one, because there'll be loads of cars passing, but yeah, a little bit too noisy on that road, on that bench, so we are back on our travels. But that's enough on the Trippier thing. Let me know in the comments what you make of it. What do you think his future is? As I said, I think he'll go this summer, but in Newcastle fashion, he'll probably come back next week, brushing on the carpet like it never happened. I don't know. It's a funny old game, innit? But on to some of that stuff then that Eddie Howe said in yesterday's post-match press conference after the 2-0 win over Hull. Like I said, he did mention Trippier and Gordon, saying that they'd been given extended holidays because of their European adventures under Southgate. So that's understandable. Like I said, many other clubs are doing that with other players. You can see me a lot more now, can't you, than before? And that's a good thing or not. So the amount of pints I had yesterday, and that sun beamed down on my face. But I'll tell you what, it's delightful, to be fair. Newcastle United are now off to Japan, obviously, after that game against Hull. Bruno can't be lost on the flight. Don't blame him. What a mission. He posted that on his story. A bit better than Trippier's story, at least. A bit more fun, a bit more of a laugh from Bruno there. Long old journey for him over there in Japan. But what else Howe said was on Callum Wilson as well. He was obviously Callum. He wasn't going to be there, was he? He wasn't going to be at Hull. He wasn't going to be at Japan. He doesn't play games. Right? Oh, well. So he is going to miss the start of the season. against Southampton, probably a little bit longer on that, because he did undergo a back operation. So yeah, you won't see Callum Wilson for a little while, which I've probably said many times on this channel over the years, but there will be no Wilson at the start of that campaign against the Saints. What else is happening is we're trying to get new signings through the door. Eddie Howe confirmed that. Eddie Howe confirmed that they are in discussions every day, himself, sporting director Paul Mitchell and others, in an attempt to bring in new signings to the club. But it's not just one man's decision, is what Howe said, and he said it shouldn't be that way. And they are working hard to bring the right type of player and right type of character to the club, which is what I want to hear, especially considering there's only less than 3 weeks till the start of the new season. So some new signings would be absolutely marvellous. Thank you very much. I cannot believe that they're heading off to Japan. And this is why things are turning a bit sour online. You've seen a lot over the last few days about people complaining about the lack of signings, the Howe situation, the Trippier situation, the ticket prices, the kit delays. There's a bit of doom and gloom around at the minute. It's a good job we beat Hull yesterday. We'd have lost that. Jesus. I think people do just need to calm down a bit, have a bit of patience, have a bit of time, and you know, just take into account that there's been a lot of changes, reshuffle behind the scenes at the club, and there's still, like I said, just less than 3 weeks till the season starts. So they've got to be busy now, they've got to be active. I think even next week you could expect to see a signing, hopefully. You'd think so. And then they maybe go out to Japan and join the club like Harvey Barnes did last year when he joined the team on the American pre-season tour. So if there's any transfer activities, I'll be on the Magpie channel. I'll be at the training ground, desperate to see a new signing, seeing the medical. That'd be great. And then yeah, we'll be having watch-alongs during the week for the games in Japan. We've got loads of content coming up. The live podcast on Tuesday. Hopefully the kit gets released next week. Like I said, the away kit should have been out last week. It should surely be out before the end of July, because they've got the third kit to release as well, which they wanted originally out for that opening game at the Cellar Weekender, to wear it then. So wait and see. Let's hope things pick up in the next week for Newcastle United. Just watching, people. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Subscribe to my channel TV. See you later.